So who would have thought that car payments would get even crazier in 2025, guys? Holy smokes. So we have to break down a bunch of videos, talk about car payments here. A lot of people are drowning in car debt right now. And are you surprised? I'm not surprised, guys, and it might get even worse. So let's get into it. Hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. And let's talk about car payments, guys.
I'm not normally a jealous person, but when I see the videos on TikTok of the girlies, it's like the POV, you chose the 1990 to 2000, whatever, fill in the blank, little crappy car instead of the car payment. I want to get out of my car payment so badly. I don't know how. I pay $700 a month. I had to get the leather and the bucket seats. Like, I did this for what? It's not worth it. Let this be your sign. Take the car without the car payment. The joy I would feel listening to my CDs. By the way, I have CDs. This car, for whatever reason, has a CD player. So, like, I have my CDs. But, like, the joy I would feel listening to my CDs in, like, a 1990 Land Cruiser. Or, like, a 1970 Ford F-250. That's, like, my dream truck. Or, like, a little Ford Ranger Beater, 2002. It's not it.
Yeah, that's the reality for many Americans right now. And I'm pretty sure the average car payment is $700. That's for a new car, I believe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong, guys. And a lot of people cannot afford a $700 car payment, right? And I think personally, I feel like a car payment should be no more than 5 to 10% of your take-home income. If it's more than 10%, you can't afford it, right? And ideally, buy a car in cash. That is the ideal way to do it. But she just said it herself. She would be just as happy in a paid-off, older car. I think she said a Land Cruiser or whatever. A lot of these people, man, that drive these beaters, quote-unquote, guess what? They're paid off. They don't have that payment every month, and they have more money at the end of the month that they can save, that they can invest. And she got that, I don't even know what car this is, but she's got those, what are those seats called again? Captain seats. She probably doesn't even have any kids, man. Why do you have a 7-seater SUV? It just does not make sense. So the best thing you can do is learn from other people's mistakes, guys. A lot of people have to make mistakes on their own, right? But the best way to learn is to learn from others' mistakes. Learn from hers.
Y'all, the finance people done got me, y'all. Tell me why. I just realized my first car that I ever financed, because, I done bought used cars. I done had used cars. The first car that I financed, I think I'm doing my big one, my little loan, but I'm doing my big one. I'm making my payments on time. I'm even making extra payments. Why the hell I just realized? All I'm doing is paying interest because my APR is 29.99%. Y'all, I swear to God, I'm not even playing with y'all. Shut up. Why didn't they teach us this in school? I can't even tell you what the hell we used the Pythagorean theorem for, but I could damn sure tell you my APR is 30%. Nobody told me what that meant.
So yeah, I agree with her there. Nobody uses the Pythagorean theorem. At least I don't. I'm sure 95% of you guys don't in your day-to-day lives. And she's right. I mean, we don't learn these things in the traditional educational system, in grade school, middle school, high school in the U.S., heck, even in college in a lot of places, depending on what you study, obviously. If you're a business major, you learn about these things. But the reality is, man, people at car dealerships, they prey on your not stupidity, but they prey on you not knowing anything, right? They prey on that. I mean, she got a 30% APR on her car loan. Think about that, guys. That's worse than all the credit cards I've heard of. I think credit cards go up to 26%. So these car dealerships, they prey on you not knowing anything, essentially. And if you're not educated on APRs, interest rates, right, credit scores, blah, 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 credit in general, you are going to get taken for a ride, my friend. And unfortunately, she learned that lesson the hard way. And again, this goes back to what I said before. Learn from other people's mistakes. Try and buy a car in cash, man, if you can. Or if you're going to finance a vehicle, make sure you know what your credit is. You know all about credit, interest rates, right? All of that. Because if you go into a car dealership oblivious, right, you don't know anything about anything, yeah, you are going to get in some deep trouble. And she's right. I mean, a lot of her payment, right, is going to interest. Isn't that's the crazy thing, right? A lot of her payment is going to interest, and the best thing she can do at this point is get out of that car. Sell it, get rid of it, and go get a cheap car, used car for cash, or, a much smaller payment than what hers is. It's probably insane, right? But yeah, man, study up on interest rates, APR, credit, know your stuff before you go into a car dealership, or else they're going to take advantage of you, right?
If you have a car payment, you should be making your car payment twice a month, at least twice a month. Like, your car payment is probably due, like mine's due in like the 12th, I think. So normally I used to just pay my car payment on the due date or a couple days before and call it good. And I'm not doing that anymore. I owe $39,000 on my car loan, which is awful, and I totally understand that. One of my goals in the next 3 years is to get it completely paid off. Really, I'm going to shoot for 2 once I get all my debt paid off. But anyways, why did I make this change? I'm going to now make 2 car payments. We've been making 2 car payments because car loan interest is charged daily, okay? So all I did was take a little gander at my statements, and I realized I was getting charged $11.34 every single day for interest. So when you pay in 2 installments, so you pay half and then pay the other half, you're cutting down on the principal of the loan, I think. Maybe correct me if I'm saying this wrong, wording it wrong. You're cutting down on the principal. Therefore, when you make your next payment, the loan interest that's getting charged every day is going to be less. So make 2 payments instead of 1. And I'm not a lender. I'm not a bank person. I'm literally just somebody that has an expensive car payment.
Oh, what did I say, guys? 2025. Oh, my goodness. Car loans. Oh, man. I don't think she said what her payment was, but 39 grand in car debt. Oh, my goodness, man. That is just insane. And, yeah, she said 2 payments every single month. That makes sense, if you can actually afford to do 2 payments, right? Let's say, for example, her car payment is $500 a month. I'm sure it's a lot more, right? It's probably $1,000 by the way she's talking about it. But let's say it's $1,000, right? Or actually, no, let's go to 500. Try and pay. Don't worry too much about interest, principal, blah, blah, blah. Try and just pay more than what your car payment is a month. So let's say it's $500 a month. If you want to get rid of this car debt ASAP, pay $750. Heck, pay $600, $650. Anything above what your car payment is better than just the car payment, if you can afford to pay extra, right? I'm a big fan of that. If you want to get out of car debt, you're sick of it, pay extra, whether it's $50 a month extra, double your payment. So if it's $500, pay $1,000, whatever you can do reasonably, right? Go ahead and do it. Obviously, if you're paycheck to paycheck, you can't afford to pay extra on your car loan. Well, in that case, you got to get rid of the car, get a cheaper car. That's the reality.
I owned this car for literally 1 day. Okay, you guys, the past 2 days of my life have been so insanely stressful, and let me tell you why. So I bought my car. Woohoo! Yay, I didn't even get to really enjoy it because the financing and all of the contracting part, they fucked me so hard. They messed me up so hard. I didn't realize how bad the refinancing contract was, blase. I didn't realize any of these things until, of course, I call my father and I tell him, I'm all excited. I'm like, oh, they did this and this. And my dad's like, what? Basically, they signed me up for gap insurance, didn't need it. And honestly, guys, I can go back and forth about how shitty the contract was, but luckily there's a 2-day canceling like contract fee. So instead of buying this car that I was so excited to do, I am no longer buying this car, and I'm here at Mercedes-Benz right now and I'm dropping it off. I owned this car for literally 1 day. I'm just gonna trade it in, forget the contract, whatever, and in a few months I will be getting into a new car.
There you go. What did I say before, guys? I literally said if you go into a car dealership, you don't know what you're doing, you're oblivious, which I'm assuming she didn't know much, right? She got fleeced by the finance department, whatever it is. They threw on all the extra additives, right? All the different stuff that car dealerships do. If you don't know what you're doing, well, you're gonna get taken for a ride. Like I said earlier in this video, no pun intended. Hey, you guys like that right there? But yeah, she did the right thing. Go back, take the car back. You have 2 days to do it, whatever, based on her contract. Get rid of the car. If you can't afford it, if you got screwed on financing, you got all these extra additives you don't want, right? You can take the car back. Depending on the dealership, whatever it may be, your contract, yada, yada, yada. But she did the right thing. And I'm assuming, this car, she's in a Mercedes. Yeah, you guys know Mercedes, right? I mean, come on. These cars are not cheap. I'm sure her payment was over $1,000 a month, which is insane. Insane.
Yes, I have roughly $1,600 a month in car payments. That one costs $660 a month. That one costs fucking $930 a month. That one has like a 4-point-something% interest. That one has like a 5-point-something% interest. I bought them in, 2022, 2021, something like that. So the prices and rates were higher, but I can afford them. It's not that big of a deal. It's a Durango RT, so obviously it costs more than the regular Durangos. I know people are freaking out about how much the Durango costs, but full leather, all the sensors, all that shit. $2,500 could pull the camper. Camper's a 33-foot pull behind, weighs like 9,000 pounds. That shit's like 200 something bucks a month. Yeah, they're depreciating assets, but they all have a purpose. So, not selling them.
So honestly, that guy's situation is probably the best out of all the ones that we've talked about in this video so far. It seems like he can comfortably afford it based on the way he was talking. He got a 4% interest rate on the Durango and like a 5% on the truck. So I'm assuming his credit's pretty decent. I mean, hey, 4 or 5% these days is not bad. Well, I guess he got it in 2021. So back then rates were a bit lower. So I mean, still 4% on a car is not that bad. I mean, that's decent. So his credit is probably good. He got a camper as well for $200 a month. I don't know. Hey, I'm not judging the guy. I don't know why he has a camper too. It looks like he has a decent house here. But I guess he likes going camping. Hey, can't knock the guy for that. But if you can comfortably afford it, I don't really have a crazy problem having some car payments. But again, the 5 to 10% rule, it all comes down to that. So if this guy was making $5,000 a month and he has $2,000 in car payments, yeah, that's a problem. But if he's making $15,000 a month, he has $1,500 in car payments, that's 10%. All right, fine, go for it if you really want to do that. Ideally, again, buy it in cash, but I don't have a problem with it if it's 5 to 10% of your income. Take-home pay, right? Take-home pay we're talking about here. So, yeah, if you can comfortably afford it, all right, fine. But a lot of people, the reality is they overstretch themselves on these cars, and they do not follow the 5 to 10% rule, which you're going to get in trouble if you don't follow that rule, right?
Y'all, the reason why I'm sharing this information with you guys, because I don't want you guys to be like 17 thinking about getting your dream car. If you don't have the money for it, don't get it. You know what I'm saying? And to be honest with you, I just want to document my journey, how I'm going to get rid of it, right? So basically, boom, I financed this car. The vehicle in total was $39,000, right? But I was upside down 10,000, basically like $10,000. I traded my old Kia, and I didn't know, the dealership didn't tell me that the Kia's been in a lot of accidents. It hit a motorcycle, it hit a person. Like, they didn't tell me none of this shit when I got the Kia. I'm thinking like nothing's wrong with the Kia. It hasn't been in no car crashes. I asked him, he said no. So I'm thinking everything's okay, which was cap. Everything was not okay. But it is what it is. I financed it for 14. What is it called? It's called APR, something like that. 14%. I financed that for that, and my loan was $46,000, right, y'all? Almost 2 years later, the car is still, I still have $40,000 on the car. So basically, I've been paying for fucking, what? I want to tell you guys, but I don't want to show you guys my VIN number, but like, deadass, y'all, like, this shit is crazy, y'all. It's crazy. Like, how do I show you guys without telling you guys too much? Look. It's crazy. And it's like, this shit is just like, you know, me struggling right now. My mom doesn't know I'm struggling. My mom is struggling too. And it's just like, it's hard because like, I've been making the ends meet with DoorDash. If it wasn't for DoorDash, I wouldn't even be able to eat. And it's like, this car is on my dad's name and it's on my name. So I don't want to fuck up my dad's credit. My dad's trying to get a house. He just got a house. He sold his house and now he wants to get another house. I don't want to mess up his car, like his credit, because my dad have really good credit, like 700.
Okay, we're cutting this off here. What the heck, man? It's like, okay, she is obviously not in the financial position to get a $1,200 car. She said she's relying on DoorDash. I mean, if your main job is DoorDash, you should not be riding in a $1,200 a month car, 15% interest, $40,000 loan, and your dad co-signed it. You're dragging your dad into this, right? I mean, oh my goodness, man. You're going to screw your own credit up and his credit. And the crazy thing is here, guys, she has a GoFundMe link in her bio or in the caption here. She has a GoFundMe link. So I don't know what her shtick is here. Is it like cry victim on TikTok so people can donate to her GoFundMe because she got a car she can't afford? Like, is that what we're donating towards these days? People's stupid financial decisions? I mean, there's so many other causes we can donate to, right? Why would we donate to your stupid financial decisions? And this video got 50,000 likes. So I guarantee you people did donate to her, which is just insane to me. But yeah, I don't want to rip into her too hard, guys. But oh my God, this is just terrible. It's absolutely terrible. It's like, oh my God, $1,200 a month and you're working DoorDash. If you're doing DoorDash as your main source of income, which is not bad, I'm not knocking people's hustles out there, you better be driving a cheap car that's either paid off or it's less than $200 a month or $300 a month. Cheap, right? Don't drive a nice car doing DoorDash or doing rideshare because first of all, you know, you're not making a ton of money doing that. And second of all, right, your asset, well, not really an asset, liability, the car is depreciating in value. Each 100 miles, each 1,000 miles you drive, the value's going down. And let me tell you, man, if you're doing DoorDash, if you're doing these gig jobs, right, gig economy, you're driving a lot of miles. The car's value goes all the way down very fast. So, yeah, a bit of a longer video today. I'll leave it at that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you have a car payment? What are your thoughts on these people's situation? Let me know in the comments. And make sure to subscribe. A lot more content is coming down the pipeline, guys. Hit that subscribe button. And cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next one.